In today's Local Business Spotlight, we are featuring People's Home Equity, and we're going to tell you what makes them different. Good morning, Bruce. Great to see you again.
Good to see you.
All right, so tell me a little bit before we dive into People's Home Equity specifically, but why is it so important to work with a local mortgage company?
Well, I think there's a lot of reasons. First of all, a real estate transaction can have some hurdles. And so I think it's important to be able to sit down with somebody, understand the entirety of the transaction, and get all of your questions answered. The other thing, though, is I think it's important to do business locally anytime you can. If you talk to the Chamber of Commerce, they're going to tell you that a dollar spent locally is spent 8 times again locally. And so if you think about that, whenever we have an opportunity to do business locally, then we're benefiting our community in a lot of different ways.
And the experience is going to be different and oftentimes better as well.
Well, the thing is that I'm going to run into you in the grocery store. I don't want to have to dive down aisle 3
Right.
because you had a bad experience. And so, and the only way we do business really is by people saying nice things about us. And so the experience is important to us.
All right, so tell me a little bit about People's Home Equity. I mean, obviously you're a local mortgage company. We know what that entails, but you do a lot outside of the mortgage world too, giving back to the community.
Well, I think it's important if you're going to participate in a community from a business standpoint that you participate in the community. And so we find local organizations that we help provide some funding to. We also try to provide some other outlets. We try to do events. We try to do a lot of things so we can bring some attention to some great local charitable organizations. Because if you think about it, a community, those kind of things really impact our community. And I think you really should be looking for local businesses. If you're going to want to do business with somebody locally, they should be able to tell you what they're doing locally to benefit all of us.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Who are some of your favorite groups to partner with?
Well, there's a lot of them. One of the ones that we really enjoy working with is YCAP. It's a YMCA Community Action Program. It's the longest standing early intervention program for children that have been in a little bit of trouble. Right. And we've been working with them for a number of years. Really excited when we started working with YCAP a few short years ago. They were serving 16 kids. Right now they've grown the program to 3 sites and they're working with 75 kids now. And so those kids are folks or kids who've been in trouble with law enforcement. And so the idea is if we can love on the children now, we can provide some resources to them now, show them a different way, and invest into them today, then maybe we don't have to house them tomorrow in incarcerated. So that's a program we're really excited about. Last 3 years, I think we've provided about 1,000 toys a year to Toys for Tots.
Wow.
So we work with the local Marines for that. And there's some other organizations as well.
Absolutely. So you kind of touched on why it's important for People's Home Equity to give back to the community, and I want to know how you do it. Do you do sponsorships? Do you put some man hours behind it? Is it a mix of both?
Well, I think first of all, any business out there, if you're looking for a way to improve the morale of your company, if you have people who maybe aren't working the greatest together, go do a little sweat equity in a
Doesn't cost you anything, that's your time.
No, it's a lot less than going to do some team building event, but I've never found a situation where you put a group of people together doing something outside themselves for other folks. They don't walk away feeling like rock stars. So we do some of that. Some of it's money. And all ministries, they need money for ministry. And then doing some other things to provide them some opportunity to introduce them to other people.
Bruce, thanks for joining us this morning, or today I should say, and for sharing what's different about People's Home Equity Mortgage. Not only do you care about the customer and look out for the customer, but you're also putting best interest at heart for the community.
Well, thank you.
How can we get started with you if we're looking for a mortgage?
Well, easy way, you can stop by and see us at 6650 East Brainerd Road. One of the benefits of doing business locally.
And always chatmortgage.com,
Chatmortgage.com or 423-591-9801. We'll answer the call today.
Thanks, Bruce.
Thank you.